So the lights go out and Gable is inside and we get a smoke filling the ring. The Wyatt piano music begins and Nikki Cross crawls into the ring as Gable exits, and Nikki has a box and goes to deliver this box to Pat McAfee, to Michael Cole. And we mentioned as Cole is receiving this box, not even like referenced or mentioned afterward, there are 2 security guards that are dead on either side of the announcer's desk.
There are?
That with Cole.
Really?
If you look closely, there's 2 guards.
What are you talking about?
If you
These 2?
No, back when Nikki goes to hand the box over and the lights are still down, there's 2 security guards keeled over on either side of Michael Cole, and they are just we just are assumed that the body count has continued.
Well, so
It's hard to see from this side. They were absolutely there.
I believe you, John, but I think we've also established in the WWE universe, security guards aren't real people.
Oh, I got it. I got it.
Yeah. They might go on to become real people, as
Yes.
Triple H alludes to. You know, some of the best wrestlers start as security guards.
MJF, I mean, you got to start somewhere.
But for now, they do not get acknowledged. No.
So after the break, Michael Cole opens it and he literally explains to us what a VHS is. We haven't seen one of these in 25 years? And it reads, "Play me" on the VHS. So Cole cannot play this immediately. He is sending his crack staff to go locate a VHS player, which is not ridiculous. I don't know where I would find a VHS player off the top of my, I don't have a VHS player. I don't think. Do I?
Yes, you do.
I might have one in here somewhere, actually. So
You definitely have
I don't think
VHS.
I'm representative of the greater whole out there. I don't know how many people would have VHS players at their disposal.
I'm sure Michael Cole was a tape trader who probably carries his VHS around so he can watch his All Japan tapes from the 90s and every town he goes to.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe this was one of those like Flair Steamboat matches from 77 in Mid-Atlantic that they never recorded, but for this one.
Play me. Yes. Yeah.
They have tracked down a machine way, and we get the playing of this VHS tape. And it is Uncle Howdy speaking to someone off camera, asking if you are happy since the loss. Do you feel you have been forgotten? And it's revealed that Uncle Howdy is speaking with an unmasked Bo Dallas and asks, how did you feel when your brother died? And you get Bo Dallas explaining that the most important thing in his life was taken from him, and it was like nothing was ever going to matter again. He just wanted to be like Bray and wanted to be him, and he worked so hard to be alongside him, and we were there. We had it, and then it was taken from me, and there's no one that feels more hurt about his loss than me, and they wanted to forget about all of us. And you have him stating, we made them all remember, with Uncle Howdy stating, yes, we did. So this was quite something to see. And I think that you have to imagine that everyone is so focused on like the follow-up here. And this, like, they tapped right to kind of the heart of this story and the heart of this character and motivation of Bo Dallas. Mm-hmm. And you were able to inject something real into a story that is so far removed from anything realistic. And I have to say that I thought this was a really encouraging sign, and also one that in no way did I think anyone would feel was like exploitive in any way or tacky. It felt as though like everyone knows.
It directly answered those criticisms.
It's addressing, I think, like what everyone knows is the elephant in the room with this entire story and these characters, specifically the Bo Dallas character. So I thought this was really well done.
I thought this was really great too. I think most impressive is the way that they managed to frame this whole like Uncle Howdy, like Wyatt Six guys within our reality. They're not hiding the fact that it's Bo Dallas. Everybody knows who he is. Everybody knows his relationship to his brother. And it's kind of presenting this sort of like weird character work as the subject of a man who's suffered from trauma at the loss of his brother, and a man who now wants to keep his brother's legacy alive by manifesting these very violent acts, you know? And I think this sort of like grounding of like all the Firefly Funhouse stuff within reality was something that I think Bray was probably working on like in the latter stages of like his run. And we never got the reveal of Uncle Howdy. I have to think maybe this was where it was ultimately going to go a little bit, or at least this sort of like duality of like, here's the normal person, and then here are the characters that kind of manifest out of him. But I also really enjoyed this in a different way than I have the Bray Wyatt similar types of works, because I think with Bo's promo, it's far easier to understand than I think the typical Bray Wyatt type of promo, even when he's kind of speaking as his like a real life self. And at least tonight, I actually found this to be a lot more effective and easier to understand than a lot of the Bray Wyatt work in the past. It also directly, again, challenges the idea that this is somehow offensive for WWE to rehash it, with Bo giving like a really heartfelt reason about how personal the story is for him to finish, and if anybody has a right to do it, it's him. And he certainly made a very convincing argument. And I also love the way it was presented here, because it was shot and in this like sort of downgraded VHS quality. If they had presented this using their typical like Michael Cole sit down interview style, it wouldn't have come across nearly as, I think, interesting nor convincing. Ultimately, what you had here was a very good personal promo from Bo Dallas, or Bo Wyatt, whatever he's going to be called, which, like, in tone and sort of theme, isn't entirely dissimilar to the Jeff Jarrett promo about Owen Hart. He's speaking about somebody very close to him that he lost, and wanting to carry on some sort of goal in memory of that person. You can, despite all the dressing of the sort of mysticism around this, you can tell this was a very personal promo from Bo Dallas, and a very effective one, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, this to me struck a much different chord than our massacre to end the show last week. But I thought, for a follow up, I thought this was, I was pleasantly surprised that they had something like this to come out of it.